Everybody, how's it going? We are getting the first infos for the first major patch of Midnight. It's called Curse of Ula'tek Unleashed, apparently. I have no idea what's gonna happen, but I'm very excited to see this. So let's check it out together. Let's get right into it. This looks good. This looks... Okay. Look at this thing. I assume it's Ula'tek. Looks awesome.
Hello everyone and welcome back to WoWcast. Today we're diving into Midnight's first major update, The Curse of Ula'tek. Joining me are two members of the development team to walk us through what's coming. Let's meet them.
Hey there, my name is Rachel Vogt. I'm one of the lead quest designers. I've worked on everything from populating Legion order halls through Zoldazar, Emerald Dream, and more recently I have helped with supervising story on Zul'Aman.
Okay,
my
so
name is
she's
Taylor
a good one.
Garcia. I am a UI engineer, so essentially I am a programmer that helps, make all of those screens you have, inventory, spellbook, things like that, function. You may know me from such hits as Floating Houses, because our players are incredibly clever.
Did you know that floating houses actually came to be because people found a glitch that could elevate the house? And it was not supposed to happen, but people figured it out and then they just made it. It's pretty cool.
And we're constantly surprised by the things they manage to do.
Thank you guys for joining us. All right, let's set the stage. Where does the Curse of Ula'tek fit into the ongoing story?
In the 1207 update, Revelations, Zul'Jan is looking for a weapon
That's spoilers for me, I did not do that quest.
that he believes
But
will
that's
secure
okay.
the future of the Amani without having to rely on the Loa. This puts him at odds
Okay.
with his sister, Zuljara, who as the Hashe has put her faith in the Loa.
Sure.
Zul'Jan is manipulated by a mysterious spirit who lore enthusiasts will find rather familiar.
We all know who it is, right? Freaking Malakwas.
And this spirit will lead Zul'Jan to the Coiled Isle. Then we
100%
start our next
Malakwas.
chapter.
Is the Coiled Isle the mountain that's shrouded by fog in Zul'Aman?
Yes, so that whole new
Yeah, I
outdoor zone,
figured
that is
that.
the Coiled Isle. The fog is going to be lifted and you can go and explore the area. We've got coastal ruins, we've got troll architecture, and then inside of that big mountain, there's this giant cavernous interior. And we're going to get to go in there and explore, and it's full of this very corrupted ecosystem.
Nice.
And at the center of it all is Ula'tek herself. She is an ancient, powerful creature
Look
of
at her.
hatred, corruption, and
Is that her heart? That looks so cool.
venom.
So cursed, but so
Ultimately,
cool.
Zul'Jan's decisions will lead to her being unleashed. Meanwhile, Zuljara is going to go to the Isle, and we're going to go with her to try and bring her brother and others home. They're
Do you think we have to fight Zul'Jan in the raid? We'll see.
going to delve into the buried history of the Isle, and we're going to find out what was locked away and who was left behind. And this is going to lead us to a new raid, the Venomous Abyss.
Oh, those look so cool.
Now that we've finally reached the mysterious Coiled Isle, what outdoor activities can we expect?
So in that cavernous indoor space inside the mountain, we'll find
at
the
this.
vaults of Ula'tek. This is a space with challenging group content as well as rotating public events. And challenging those public events will build toward a big boss fight.
While we're in the zone, there will also be this custom talent tree that'll give you some different perks of player power, but also some quality of life perks as well.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not really a big fan of all these zone-specific talent trees. But, I mean, I can still play the game without borrowing about them. So,
So for example,
Whatever.
something to reduce the potency of some to called venom because it can
Okay.
be very strong as you're exploring early on.
yeah, well, or you just don't stand in it. That's my pro tip of the day.
To call it spicy water.
So much spicy water flowing.
Spicy water.
The island is sounding extremely dangerous. Are there any other zone activities that we have to do outside of the vaults?
Yeah, so there's also going to be throughout the island these curse surges that are just kind of rolling through, and they're spawning these rare elites regularly at 5 different rotating locations.
Oh, this one looks kind of cute. I like him. That's going to be not only a new hunter pet, but also a new mount. I'm calling it right now.
And once you've killed one of those rare elites,
A mount with 4 recolors minimum.
it unlocks some cursed fishing in that spot.
It's
Okay.
also going to include a local story with a Tortolan sea captain named Taka, and you will gain reputation with his crew, and as you do, you're going to learn to fish in other cursed waters.
Okay.
Well, then let's jump into the systems. What are
I also want
Learn
to
to
mention that
fish.
it's so crazy. This game has been out for like 21, almost 22 years, and the fishing bopper is still the same. It always used to be. They never changed that. I think that's kind of crazy.
In other cursed waters.
Well, then let's jump into the systems. What are some of the standout features?
Yes, so we're going to be introducing layers. This is not like a layer cake, it is like a dragon layer. This is an evolution on
What?
world bosses. So
Okay.
you are familiar with world bosses, you find them in the open world. In this case, they're going to be
And you never do them after the second week because they never drop what you want, and after 2 weeks you don't even need it anymore.
instanced encounters. So you're actually going to be able to scale the difficulty up to flexible mythic, which is
Oh.
15 to 25 players.
The goal here is basically to make things a lot easier for the player. It's a lot like a delve, where there's a very specific layer entrance in the world. You just need to go to that, set the difficulty that you need, and there's a summoning stone. It's a lot easier to not have to juggle a lot of the same kinds of party and grouping shenanigans.
Okay, I mean, I like that you can change the difficulty and all that, but it doesn't really seem like an world boss, like an open world boss anymore, if it's inside of a dungeon and you have a summoning stone. Isn't that basically like Sporefall or like the one with chimeras?
That should make the zone feel a lot smoother by having the world boss inside an instance location.
Yeah,
And
that's
of
fair.
course, a new
guess.
major update equals a new season. So let's talk about season 2 and what's in all those details.
Okay, for the dungeons, I say we get a new one in the new zone. Then we get the 4 midnight dungeons we haven't done yet. And I say we get probably. Okay, let's say we are getting Zulaman from Cataclysm. I think that would totally make sense. And another troll dungeon, maybe King's West? I would totally love to see a classic dungeon and do Zul'Farrak or something, but I don't think that's fitting. Maybe King's West, I'm not sure. And I mean, this is about a snake lore, so I think the Temple of Sephoralis makes sense.
Yeah, so season 2 is going to be starting a week after the content update goes live. There's going to be a 3-boss dungeon, Altar of Fangs, and as we mentioned earlier, there's the Venomous Abyss, which is a new raid. It's going to include 8 bosses,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Ula'tek herself as the main final boss.
Okay.
And we're going to have 3 new delves. We'll have the Ring of Glory,
Okay.
Gnarldor Isle, Toxatal, which is the new Nemesis delve, and Gnarldor Isle, Toxatal, which is the new Nemesis.
Okay, this is the next Nemesis. Interesting. The elf name updated after filming. Yeah, I thought that sounded a little weird there. Okay.
This delve, and we'll have new snake and venom variants to existing midnight delves.
Okay, yeah, sure.
To our Mythic Plus dungeon rotation, we're going to add a new dungeon, Altar of Fangs, and the remaining midnight dungeons, which
Yep.
include Murder Row,
Spot on so
Den of
far.
Malarak, the Blinding Veil, and Voidscar Arena. But we're going to be bringing back King's Rest and Ruby Life Pools,
Oh,
plus
okay.
the Temple of Sethralis,
Two out of
because,
3.
again, snakes.
We're also going to
Wow. So basically from the 8 dungeons, I called 7.
have Prey
Awesome.
season 2, which is going to be coming with some new affixes, some new targets,
Yeah,
and
sure.
some hunts on the Coiled Isle.
And of course,
Honestly,
With
does
some new
this
affixes, some new
this
targets.
mob, does he look scary to you? I think he's looking kind of cute. I mean, look at him. You just kind of want to pet him or her. I'm not sure. Kind of cute.
And some hunts on the Coiled Isle.
and of course, with Hunts, that means Astalor, everyone's favorite.
Kill
He's going to be
for
having
me.
new voice lines.
Nice.
And we're also going to have some new Argentina quests.
I love his voice lines. Kill for me.
Yeah.
Kill for me. No!
On top of that, is there anything on the PvP side?
Yes, so Training Grounds have introduced players to the PvP ecosystem, and sort of like with the
Kinda.
Battleground versus bots, we're now adding arenas versus bots.
That'll make jumping into the arena easier for those who are intimidated by jumping in with real players, because you'll go against bots.
Hey, and honestly, this sounds super easy, like, who's gonna fail against bots, right? Ugh, noobs. But honestly, I did one of those. It was Battle for Gilneas, and we totally lost that because everybody was underestimating them, and nobody played seriously, and we failed totally. They screwed us completely.
Lastly, is there anything else players should expect in the update?
Kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, so on the UI side, we've got the cooldown manager. That is now going to
Okay.
be able to track your trinkets and your potions, so that should help
Nice.
a lot with a lot of the consumable management for managing
Give me
your
something
other
about
resources.
housing.
We've
Come
got
on.
a whole bunch of new updates for the ping system as well.
Oh.
So now you can ping
You can
your
basically
action
ping
bar, the
your
cooldown
cooldowns.
manager
That's cool.
itself, and that will give the rest of your team a communication about the status of your spells. You can also
Okay,
ping your
that's
own
cool.
unit frame, and that will convey your health to the group, which is very helpful for when your healer is watching your health slowly go down as you stand in spicy water for too long and take all the damage.
Pro tip of the day, don't stand in the spicy water.
Speaking of your healer, we've also got some new configurations available for healers on raid frames, where they can now configure which kinds of healing buffs and what the priorities of them are that they want to show up there, so they can track what kinds of heals they've got on the group. And then, of course, speaking of combat,
Wait a
to
sec,
show up there. So
is that a new set? I'm not too sure. It looks kind of familiar, but I don't really recognize it. Is that a new tier set?
they can track what
For
kinds
druids?
of heals they've got on the group. And then, of course, speaking of combat, there will be class changes. Then on the housing side, the big one I think that players are going to be the most excited about is blueprints. For everybody
Nice.
who's wanted to share all of those fancy cool builds that everybody's seeing online, you're now going to be able to export the entirety of your exterior and your
Nice.
interior, just the exterior, just the interior, just a room, etc., and then share
That's
it with
great.
other players, share it with friends, paste it online, and other players can import that and have
No
that in their
place
home.
like home.
It's also really nice because if you want to, change things up and try something new, you're going to be able to save what you currently have,
Yeah.
fiddle with it, change your mind, and then reload what you saved.
Yeah, that's
and
great.
Put
I
yourself
was
back
waiting
to
for
where
this
you
for a
were.
long time.
Don't have to lose all that
Also,
work.
please
Of
give
course,
us
if you do
new
wanna lose
housing
all that
levels.
work and you just want to start clean and fresh, there's going to be a reset button, which is going to just
134 housing rooms. Or decor room, whatever. You know what I mean. That's a lot. That's at least level 11 or 12.
clear out the whole
That's
thing,
great.
put all your decor back into storage, and let you start new.
What if you don't have everything that's inside the blueprint?
We've actually got a very robust series of UI systems that are basically going to convey to you exactly what is inside of the blueprint and exactly what you're missing, which
decor.
parts of it, and for certain things that are missing, you're going to be able to import anyway. So for
That's
example,
big.
if you have everything but you're missing like 2 chairs,
Let's go.
you can still import it. And then, if you want to go get those 2 chairs later, you can, or if
Okay,
you
yeah,
didn't want them
that's
anyway, that's
great.
fine. But we're gonna have a way for you to be able to very easily have a whole breakdown of exactly what you have, what you don't have, and what's needed. And speaking of which,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
for the interior
nice.
of your house, there's going to be
Nice.
a brand new kind of decor.
I was
called a
waiting for
pet
this.
bed. And essentially, this is going to be a way that you can bring your non-combat
I hope you can also
companion
have your pets
into
just
your
walking
house. So
around
for
the house. It
example,
would be
with
great.
this, our charity pet, you can place them on a bed inside of your house, and they can either sit tight, hang out there, or you can have them wander your house. We're going to be having some
Nice.
new navigation tech, which will allow them to understand kind of the layout of everything you have in the house,
Awesome.
all the decor.
I
Great.
can't wait to place my Mr. Bigglesworth and then have him completely take over my chair, and then that
Fair.
chair is no longer mine.
So that's all of the stuff for inside of the home. Outside of your house, out in neighborhoods, we're going to have a whole bunch of new endeavors for
Great.
different factions and
Give us
groups. We're going to
trolls.
have Amani
Yes.
trolls, kobolds, Onaran centaur, and of course Tortolans.
I can't
Nice.
wait to fill up my house with cats everywhere and see all the blueprints that people have to share. What are you guys most excited about in the Curse of Ula'tek?
I, for one, am excited about continuing the story of Zul'Jan and Zul'Jara Players got to be introduced to them in Zolaman. Now we see where their story goes.
I mean, yeah, she was part of the development for the Zone of Zulaman, so I guess it's pretty important to her. So I think it's also pretty good that she was one of the people who worked on the new zone, which is kind of related to it.
We're also going to get an update on Erator
I think that's
as
a
he
good thing.
deals with the fallout of the Voidspar. But we're going to go investigate the resurgence of the Twilight's Blade with him
Okay.
and continue the hunt for Xalatath.
Yeah, sure.
I think with how
sure.
much green there is in this update, it's not necessarily quite related, but I'm a big fan of goblins, and I'm really excited to see goblin blueprints, and I'm excited to see all of the different builds that I'll finally be able to just download and import for myself.
I hear you have a pretty sweet goblin accent.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Thanks so much for joining us and telling us all the details about the Curse of Ula'tek.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, excited to see players jump in.
Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time on Wowcast.
Sounds good to me. I'm pretty happy with that. The new raid looks pretty awesome. The new dungeon pool for Mythic Plus sounds pretty solid. Ruby Life Pool is back. What do you think about that? We will see. I mean, I like this dungeon, but it's also, especially after the first boss, it was also pretty rough to get through there. We will see. The changings for houses are great. I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you think. Tell me what you are looking mostly forward to. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, see ya.